changing your life one story at a time. This is the Chicken Soup for the Soul podcast with Editor-in-Chief Amy Newmark.
Hey, it's Amy Newmark with your daily dose of Chicken Soup for the Soul inspiration to make you simply happy. It's Wow Wednesday, and I'm going to share one of those stories about the unexplainable. We get so many of these in our books, and whether you're religious or not, it's always interesting to hear about times when good things, miraculous things, happen to good people. In this case, our writer, Ria Cantrell, tells us a story called My First Responder from our brand new book, which just came out. It's called Chicken Soup for the Soul, Angels and Miracles. Ria was driving home from an audition. She had auditioned to become a church cantor in a local Catholic church. And the audition had gone very well, and they had hired her on the spot. So she was feeling very good. She was driving along. She got a green arrow at the light. She was turning onto the entrance ramp to the highway that would take her home. And suddenly, a speeding Suburban blew through a red light and plowed into her little Neon. She saw it coming, but there was nothing she could do. So the accident was awful. Glass was shattered all around her, the airbags deployed, and something heavy pushed against her legs, which turned out to be the car's engine. And to make matters worse, the engine was in flames. The driver's side door was completely caved in, so Ria couldn't budge. She was stuck in her car in the little smushed-in space around the driver's seat. The police came quickly, and they put out the engine fire with a fire extinguisher. But Ria was still stuck, and she could smell gasoline, and she knew that that car could still catch on fire again. No one could get her door open, not the police or the firefighters or the EMTs. And then flames started coming out of the front of the car again. Things were looking really grim. She was stuck there, and the firefighters rushed off to get the jaws of life. By then, Ria was crying. She saw the flames coming closer. Her left ankle was killing her, and no one was getting her out of the car. Until suddenly a man appeared at the side of the car. Ria said he was very handsome, and she felt comforted right away by his presence. He said, "I've got you, sweetheart. Hang on." And then, effortlessly, he opened that stuck door that no one else could get open, and he helped Ria out of the burning car. She leaned against him because she had that hurt foot, and he guided her to the side of the road, out of harm's way. By then, the front end of the car was engulfed in flames. The firemen rushed back to the car with foam spray to put out the fire. They were frantic to rescue Ria from where she was stuck. Except when they looked at the driver's seat, much to their surprise, she wasn't there anymore. One of them turned around and saw that she was over sitting on the curb, and he came over to her astonished. The man who had helped her had already disappeared, and Ria assumed he had gone back to his own vehicle. Ria asked the astonished firefighter to thank her rescuer, but he shook his head and said, "Lady, there was no man. We went for the jaws of life to get you out of the car, only to find you sitting over here on the curb. We couldn't open that door. It's so damaged, the only way to free you was to cut you out." Well, Ria was out, and she says that she knows she saw a man, and that he opened her door, and he helped her walk to the curb. She says she couldn't even put any weight on her injured foot, so she knows she couldn't have walked there by herself. The firefighter swore there was no rescuer, but Ria says there was. The EMTs just thought she was hysterical from the accident and that she was imagining things. A few days later, Ria was hobbling around on crutches. She had a badly sprained ankle. She had some cuts on her neck and hands from the broken glass. She had a couple of black eyes, but she was alive. And she went to the junkyard to retrieve her personal items from her car. She was shocked when she saw the extent of the damage. The police told her that the Suburban was going 80 miles an hour when it hit her. What awed her the most, though, was that somehow she had gotten out before the flames engulfed the passenger compartment, even though no one but her had seen the man who had rescued her. She found her purse on the floor of the car. It was slightly burned, but she could get her stuff out of it, and she started going through it. And then she didn't know what to make of what she found. someone had put a silver crucifix in her purse. It wasn't hers, and she had no idea why it would be there. So Ria says she doesn't know how that cross got into her purse, and she doesn't know who her rescuer was. But now she's very grateful, and she keeps that cross with her all the time, as a reminder of the miracle that occurred the day that a handsome stranger rescued her from her burning car when no one else could get her out. So that's our Wow Wednesday story. Tomorrow is Thoughtful Thursday, and we're going to talk about gratitude again and how one woman got her gratitude going just in time for Thanksgiving. I'm Amy Newmark. Thank you for listening to the Chicken Soup for the Soul podcast today. Please remember to share it with your friends and family. And if you'd like to learn more about the book I mentioned today, Chicken Soup for the Soul, Angels and Miracles, please go to our website, chickensoup.com.